What's up, Chicago sports fans? And we're back with another one. We're going way back. The year in Chicago sports, 1984. So don't go anywhere. We're going to give you the twists, the turns, and all the victories in 1984. The year in Chicago sports. Chicago winters are cold and rough, but nothing was rougher than the Chicago Bulls' record as they finished 12-15 to start the 83-84 season. But even more pressing was the Bulls' relationship with fan favorite all-star Reggie Theus.
And following the Bulls this season, you've seen the management there commit a crime against Reggie Theus.
The problem has been basically the lack of responsibility that they've taken in this situation.
Theus was benched for most of the season, but was eventually traded to Kansas City for Steve Johnson and 3 draft picks.
We're still people, and there's been very little camaraderie between the organization and the players through the time that I've been here.
The bright spots for the team were Orlando Woolridge, who averaged 19 points, and Quentin Daly, who averaged 18 points. Bulls finished the season 1-11 in April and ended up going 27-55 for the whole season. The Chicago Blackhawks were 30-42-8 on the season and were led with 37 goals from all-time great Dennis Savard, as well as Steve Larmer and 40-year-old goalkeeper Tony Esposito. They finished 4th in the North Division, and there's really nothing else left to say about this season. Spring training for the Cubs was pretty lackluster, but they started the season off against the Mets opening day and continued to get better and better as the season went on. Names like Jody Davis, Leon Durham, Ron Say, Sarge, Gary Matthews, along with closer Lee Arthur Smith. The Cubs were a collection of players trying to make a name for themselves. They made a couple trades in the beginning of the season for Dennis Eckersley and the one big trade, Rick Sutcliffe, which was proven to be worth it as time went on, as he became the best pitcher in the National League, winning the Cy Young Award. Everyone had Cubs fever, and this season will go down as one in the history books. The White Sox made it to the playoffs in 1983, but did not have the same luck in '84. But one notable game was against the Milwaukee Brewers, which became the longest game ever, going 25 innings on May 8th. The game was suspended after 17 innings at 1 a.m., but was completed the following night with the White Sox winning 7-6 on Harold Baines' walk-off home run. They ended up finishing the season 74-88 and 10 games out of first place.
The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
June 23rd, 1984, Wrigley Field was buzzing when Ryne Sandberg went 5 for 6 with the game-tying home runs against the Cardinals closer Bruce Sutter in both the 9th and 10th innings to lead Chicago past St. Louis 12-11 in 11 innings on a sunny, perfect Saturday at Wrigley Field. Sandberg, in just his 3rd full big league season, drove in 7 runs to rally the Cubs from an early 7-1 deficit, with one coming in the 1st inning, another in the 5th, and 2 more in the 6th. But entering the bottom of the 9th, the Cubs trailed 9-8 with Bruce Sutter a pitcher who finished the '84 season with a 1.54 ERA and 45 saves on the mound. Ryne Sandberg, however, sent the Wrigley faithful into a craze with a homer to lead off the inning, but the Cubs would get no more runs, and St. Louis scored twice in the top of the 10th to take an 11-9 lead. Sandberg then followed with another home run, tying the game at 11, and this game would quickly become known as the Sandberg game. Sandberg finished the season with a .314 batting average, 19 triples, 19 home runs, and 84 RBIs, and an NL best 114 runs scored, eventually winning the 1984 National League MVP. The Sandberg game was known to jumpstart the Cubs season as a season of destiny. They clinched their first division title ever and gained their first playoff performance since 1945. The Cubs faced the Padres in the NLCS and started off with a win in Game 1, with Rick Sutcliffe even helping his own cause with a home run, Gary Matthews with 2 home runs, and a 13-0 Cubs victory. The Cubs win Game 2 and go up 2-0 in the best-of-5 series. Cubs fans thought they were on their way until the series turned to San Diego. San Diego rallies back to win 3 straight, and in Game 5, after Tony Gwynn busts the game wide open, his double breaks the tie in Game 5 and sets up for the final inning, and where the Padres clinch and go to the World Series. The Chicago Cubs players are left in a look of desperation as they just blow chances to go to a World Series. The stadium went crazy, and the city of Chicago was stunned and disappointed. Nonetheless, we will always cherish the memories of the 1984 Cubs. The Chicago Bears season was in full swing until Jim McMahon goes down with an injury and Steve Fuller takes over. The Bears defense was rolling as they recorded 72 sacks, an all-time record.
I do, and I don't feel like one guy should be able to stop me.
And the line wasn't the only unit dealing out the punishment.
Whatever the situation dictates, whatever it takes to put pressure on the quarterback, we'll bring them. We blitz just like when you got a headache and you need aspirin. You do it as much as you have to get the job done.
The setting was Soldier Field, and everybody was there to see Walter Payton make history.
To the left, they send McKinnon in motion through to the left side. Quick pitch to Walter, looking for the record, cuts back, he's got it! He's out of it at 25 to the 26-yard line. Walter Payton becomes the National Football League all-time leading rusher.
Maybe get back to normal life where I don't have to do interviews every day and people coming over to my house wanting to know all my intimate, most personal secrets.
Walter would finally beat Jim Brown's record of 12,312 yards to become the NFL's all-time leading rusher, and a great moment in Chicago sports history.
Call him Mr. Jordan
in Chicago. The standing ovation.
And there he is, the man, the day we couldn't wait for. Michael Jordan's debut at Chicago Stadium. He put up a cool 16 points, but showed flashes of brilliance. Little did we know he would become the greatest player in the game, but he showed that he would stop at nothing for a victory. Michael Jordan had an amazing rookie campaign. He averaged 28 points, made the All-Star team, and led the Bulls to the playoffs. After a dismal season when only 230,000 showed up regularly, now the Bulls were selling out games, and they would make the playoffs consecutively every year of Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls career.
Chicago had waited 21 long years for its championship opportunity, and nothing was going to stand in the way.
Forehead to tight end. Bryant in motion. Rolling back to pass as Fuller steps up, throws it deep. He's got goal. He's got it for the touchdown. Fencing showing safety blitz here. Vikes pick it up. Wilson over the middle. Quick pop is picked up by Todd Bell. He's to the 25. He's to the 20. 15. 10. 5. Tiptoeing in for the touchdown. Todd Bell. And the Bears have blown the lid off this one.
The Bears went on to win 34-3. And Mike Ditka was showered with affection by a team he had turned into champions after only 3 years as the Bears head coach.
The Chicago Bears season foreshadowed a team on the brink of a championship. They went 10-6 and had a shot at the Super Bowl against the eventual champions San Francisco 49ers. The Bears were outclassed by a Pro Bowl-laden San Francisco team. They ended up losing 23-0, but with high hopes for next year. And we all know what happened to the 1985 Bears. The team and their captain, Walter Payton, embody Chicago culture by working hard to the very end. There you have it. 1984 was a stellar year in the history of Chicago sports and foreshadowed the future excellence that would be in the coming years. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.